This is Valerie calling in from my home in Troy, New York. I live right downtown. And today we will be going through RPI, the hidden curriculum. So this session will last probably 15-20 minutes on my end in terms of information. And then I'm here to address any questions that people might have at the very end as well. So today's session will be a mix of PowerPoint and also me showing you some websites you have seen or will see rather during this session is information that you've learned about. What we wanted to do with this session was really put everything that you needed into one place so that this can be here as a resource and just kind of have you on the line, outside of the typical 9 to 4 hours that we're open. So to begin, we'll go to the slide. So engaging with the hub. For those of you who have not been to the hub yet, we are located on the third floor of the JEC, the Johnson Engineering Center, within the Ansel Lounge. That's the huge student lounge that's right there. So top right corner, that is our entrance. And you can look through the glittery window. That's actually where I sit there. So we are within the Ansel Lounge, very great location. Our hours are from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then a break, and then from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. On Wednesdays, you can have a walk-in appointment. So basically, we take walk-ins every Wednesdays, but otherwise meetings are by appointment. So our website is listed right here on the page, and this is where you'll actually make an appointment as well. And I think that most of you online today are my advisees, but everyone is listed here in terms of the students that they advise. So an introduction to myself too. So for those of you who haven't met me, I'm Valerie, and we'll be meeting very soon. It's my third year in the hub. It's my fourth year beginning with students at RPI here. So I came here in April 2016. I used to work in the core engineering office with the associate deans before the hub was formed. And I have been advising 4 years and then chemical and industrial management students for 2 and 3 years, respectively. So really looking forward to working with you all. Let's see a bit else about me. I'm a student myself. I'm actually a PhD student in educational policy and leadership at UAlbany. So we can commiserate about school and stress and all that together during our appointments, but I get the student lifestyle for sure. And I live in Troy, and I'm originally from the Syracuse area, and yeah, that's basically it about me. So it's a great place, the hub. So are available by appointment, or even if you just want to just stop in for a piece of candy, we always have candy. So next, we will be going through some campus resources. So as I previously mentioned, a lot of these are resources that you may already engage with. If not, perhaps you've heard about them. But what we wanted to do is get them all in one comprehensive place for you. I will be toggling between this screen here and then also, kind of showing you a couple of websites as well. The first resource that we'll talk about today is the Office of International Programs, Study Abroad. So for students who are interested in studying abroad during your time here, you will be working with Study Abroad to basically help make that happen. So in the hub, we are huge supporters of Study Abroad. I studied abroad myself, both as a semester-long program in addition to 2 service learning trips. So I am super, super supportive of anything to help get you abroad. So if you are interested in studying abroad, I'm going to bring you to the website quick. Basically, this is what it looks like. You've got a number of different ways that you can look at information about the different places. And typically with students, the first thing I'll ask, aside from their major, is where they would like to go. So we have both affiliated and non-affiliated programs for study abroad. Affiliated programs are an even one-for-one exchange with that program. So typically the program will send one of their students and then you'll go over there. But really the way that it concerns you is affiliated programs have an even exchange in terms of tuition and also in terms of classes too. So if you're someone who came in with a number of AP credits, up to 32, which is currently allowed, if you were to go through a non-affiliated study abroad, those courses would have to transfer in, and then that would take away from the other transfer courses that you have brought or wanted to bring. However, if you do a an affiliated study abroad, because it's considered Rensselaer credit, even though you're abroad, it doesn't really quote unquote count against you. So that's a good thing. So there's tons of different affiliated, non-affiliated programs. I myself did a non-affiliated program when I was in college, so really anything is possible. But if you do want to study abroad, this is a great first to start. So you and I will work together in terms of looking at classes, about studying abroad, and then you'll work with the Office of International Programs for the rest. Ton of good information. They also have information sessions throughout the year if you wanted to learn more about the process and when you can go and everything like that. So deadlines, etc. All right, so next, I will show you the Advising and Learning Assistance Center, ALAC. So is a great resource here on campus. So ALAC provides services such as tutoring hours, kind of outside of the typical TA hours that students pursue. They provide learning assistance for different classes, individual academic coaching, and they do a lot in terms of supporting students not only with this academic bit in terms of tutoring and all that, but also things like time management, kind of stress relief, really getting on track. So they have great resources available at their website, which is the Advising and Learning Assistance Center page here. So that helps students basically get on track and succeed academically. So there's this really helpful thing here on their website. It's a drop-in tutoring schedule. So for so many of the different courses that you're taking as a first-year student, they have drop-in tutoring hours available to you. So you're able to go, Monday through Thursday on these courses, especially the, calculus 1 and 2, chemistry, these other math courses that students take Monday through Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. or 8 to 10 p.m. for some of these. So they're not hours that typically, coincide with classes or outside things. So really, really helpful resource. And this is something that I for sure refer students to, because the ALAC tutors that they select are actually students who have taken the courses themselves. So they have lots of different tutoring spaces. They're located in Academy Hall. So a good rule of thumb is everyone basically who is in us in terms of support services is located in Academy Hall. So next you have the Center for Career and Professional Development. If you attended the career fair last week, you may have already kind of come in contact with them, which is great. So the CCPD basically helps students prepare for that next step after college, in addition to attaining experiential and work internship co-op opportunities while you're a student here at RPI. They offer awesome services. They offer resume and cover letter review. They offer mock interview sessions. They do programming with us in terms of helping students prepare for their future. They do a good deal in terms of preparation for both the fall and spring career fair. They have networking opportunities. They bring employers to campus. What's nice about these employers that they bring to campus that they feature on their which is their job search portal, rather, is that they look specifically for minds like yours. They want to hire RPI students, internships, co-ops, or anything post RPI. So super helpful resource, and they're right in the next building next door in the DCC. I'll briefly show you their website. A deal of information here for students. They have information about the Arch at Rensselaer. They have info about different resources schools, they have an annual report each year that lists all the different co-ops and internships and postgraduate opportunities that students got. So it's really cool to see all those employers in one place and see who hires some of these upperclassmen. So super helpful information. They also have a calendar of events where they have drop-in hours that vary each week, in addition to employers that are brought on campus. So definitely use them to the full extent that you can while you're here. Slide. All right. So the summer after your first year, so that is, oh gosh, that's coming up in basically, a semester and a half. But we have students ask us what they can do during the summer after their first year. This is the summer that is before the Arch Here experience. So some recommendations that we have include, pursuing jobs or internships. Don't feel pressured that you have to do something right off the bat in terms of, these professional opportunities. You could also take a summer class. So if this is something that you're interested in, we can talk about the transfer and summer class process. Do research. Oftentimes, especially with the Arch taking place, faculty have opportunities that are available, and then just relax, right? So this will be your first summer after your first year. So enjoy. Resource we will bring up is the Center for Global Communications and Design, or COMD. Tons of acronyms here. So they are located within the Folsom Library. It's the basement level of the library next to ALAC's tutoring space. They provide services such as one-on-one support with creating any communication project, be it written text, oral presentations, websites, graphics, etc. And these presentations don't need to be actually for a class. That's something you could be putting together otherwise. A great resource there. We have non-academic support resources. So remember what I said about Academy Hall? That's basically where so many of the different support services at RPI are. So the student health center is within Academy Hall. The counseling center is also within Academy Hall. So whether you want to see someone in terms of physical or mental health, those are great places to go. Again, serving students here. Also, international services for students and scholars is just across the way from Academy Hall. So top right, you'll see this little building. They're in a great new space there. They have drop-in hours and information on their website. They also have across the street to Academy Hall, LGBTQ resources, as well as the class dean. So each student class has a class dean. Yours currently is the first year experience dean, but as you move up, you'll be with a class dean your time here. Academic opportunities and procedures at RPI. Okay, so we're going to talk a bit about the academic side again. First, let's start with office hours. So in each of your syllabi, there should be the office hours for your faculty teaching in a class, and basically that's a way that you can connect with them outside of class. To be the location as well as how to connect with them. Typically it's in the syllabus. Oftentimes professors have their office hours on their office location, on their door. There's tons of reasons that you should go. So for extra support, perhaps to get some additional information, maybe you're interested in doing research, you're interested in the types of things that faculty member is interested in. So we have heard from faculty before that they wish that students would use their office hours more, that they have this open door and that oftentimes students don't come. So it's a great way to connect either for class reasons or even, future reasons too. So faculty are a great resource and office hours are a good place to find them. This is a really popular question that I've been asked recently is undergraduate research opportunities. Here at RPI, there are many different opportunities for you to pursue research with a faculty member. We really are a research institution and it's really cool because a ton of great research happens here. I have seen students get involved in research having to do with, safely transporting relief aid to disaster areas. I have had students get involved with research where they create a spinal insert, biomedical materials. There's really great research opportunities here and very interesting things going on. And what you have to do is just so tons of reasons that you should do research. It's great if you're interested in postgraduate work. Having research is a positive thing that graduates like to see. It can help you get into your major more. It can help you focus into your major more. And one question that I have is how to get involved. So basically, my recommendation is to look at the faculty within the major you pursue and see what kind of research they're doing. Then I recommend that you reach out and kind of introduce yourself if you don't already know them and say, hi, I'm so and so. I'm interested in your research. I really liked what you did with insert area here. Faculty like to talk about their research as much as we really like to hear about it too. So even if you get started doing something small, it's a good way to really get your foot in the door. And there's a structured undergraduate research program here where you can either get credit or pay for the experience. Next. Other important academic procedures and dates. So you will be getting tons of emails from us to never forget any of this information. The information about registration will come through email. The add drop period is basically the next important time to kind of keep in mind. The last day to add a course was September 13th. That's 2 weeks after the start of the semester. The last day to drop a course is October 25th. So if you're considering dropping a class, I've actually talked to a couple people this week about that. Just keep that October 25th day in mind. So, you might want to wait until after you've taken your first round of tests to really see how things are going in the class to drop, and that's where that strategy comes in. There's also an option called Pass No Credit. So, Pass No Credit basically is a designation that you can give to a course rather than having your grade show on your transcript. It either shows pass, P, or no credit for no credit. What that does is that kind of freezes your GPA and makes it so that that class cannot be factored in. Students will use pass no credit if they're worried about a class, maybe bring down a GPA, or perhaps they are interested in just taking the class, seeing if they like it, but not having it, again, really affect them. So you could pass no credit for courses that are free electives or Haas electives. You cannot pass no credit anything that is required for your major. To designate a course as pass no credit is November 22nd. And basically all these different things originate and get processed through the registrar's office located in Academy Hall. A couple of, general things that we as staff wanted to talk to students about is include email etiquette. So, so far I've been really impressed actually with email etiquette for students. A great job so far. Main things, check your email. You'll get tons of email every single day, but we really only send you important stuff. So we're never going to spam you with things you don't really need. I've had students come into the office and I see that they get 30, 45 emails a day, and we're not trying to add on to that. So look out and pay attention to emails from us. That's all helpful. Use appropriate greetings and closings. Say hello or dear. I'm trying to think of some funny ones that I've had in the past. I've had some not great opening or closings, or no closings at all. When you're emailing a faculty or staff, please include your RIN and also include your name. You'd be surprised. Goes with actually phone calls as well. So if you ever call my number, leave a message, make sure that you provide your name, your RIN, and your number, because more often than not, I've had to call people back and not really know who they are. Spelling and grammar also count. So, email typically kind of does it for you, underlines, and if you need to, you can kind of go through and spell check, but just keeping that in mind. And then consider setting up a signature block. So basically, they'll do the work for you in terms of the closing. Okay, so that basically is kind of all the content that I wanted to cover in terms of the official stuff, but now you get to hear my words of wisdom. You and I will be working together throughout this full year. You will graduate onto your faculty advisor for your fall of your sophomore year. So as we work together, a couple of different words of wisdom I've got for you. One in all caps here, because it is very important, is ask for help. That might sound silly or kind of counterintuitive, but I'd say more often than not, students kind of don't reach out when they need help, and somewhat strange culture here on campus at times where people need help, they don't reach out, maybe they don't let someone know, and everyone kind of has this appearance of, oh, I've got it all together, but everyone's in the same boat and, learning all at once, and people might have it together less than you think. So recommendation is if you need help, please reach out. Or, it's to me, to somebody else. Maybe you're struggling with classes. High school and college are so different. College is a whole new game. And as I'm sure you've probably heard about RPI, it's a pretty tough place in terms of grades, and you probably can see in terms of academics. There are so many different resources that are here for you. All you have to do is reach out. So my full thing is if you need something and you reach out to me, even if I don't have the answer myself, I will get you to someone who does. Just reach. And there's no such thing ever as a stupid question. Okay, that kind of leads into number two. We, the Hub, and others here on campus are here as a resource to you. So I love my job. I love where I work. I love working with students. I am a student myself, and a resource, right? So again, if you need anything, whether it's for me to connect you to someone else, please let me know. A lot of times students are intimidated to reach out, maybe not so much to us, but to others on campus. And we work at colleges because we like working with students. I literally am paid to help you. So again, just always consider everyone, whether it's us, your faculty, other people that you work with, we're here for a reason working with students. So please consider us a resource and a big cheerleader for you too. This piece of wisdom is to please have fun here. I know that students, it's a stressful time of the semester. Middle of the semester is coming up. I'm sure you've got quizzes and tests and things due. And sometimes it can all feel a little overwhelming in terms of academics. You're doing so much all at once. But please remember to do things that make you happy and that you find fun, spending time with friends from school. You've got your head down working the whole time. Your 4 years is going to fly by like crazy. So obviously get your work done, be a great student, reach out for help and everything like that. But also please make sure that you're doing things that feel balanced and happy at the end of the day. So it's all about that balance, and really college is an experience, right? So you're living it. That concludes my part of the presentation. Now I'm going to bring my chat window open and see if I can pull this. Everyone is muted. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put them through. So I'm going to have a comment. Thank you for the presentation. It was very helpful. So I'm glad you found it helpful, and thank you just for attending. I really appreciate it. This is a lot of information all at once. So I appreciate you all being here tonight and, kind of taking part. So if we don't have any other questions or comments. I wanted to thank you all so much for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope that your semester's been going well, that a good first day of October tomorrow, which is crazy how fast September has flown. And I look forward to meeting with you all and discussing courses and everything like that. And again, if you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. Have a good night, everyone.